Hello, my name is Jason Thomas, and today we are going to teach you how to scout for two-spotted spider mites in sugar beets. The reason this is so important is that spider mite infestations have become more prevalent in sugar beets in the Pacific Northwest over the past decade. The earlier you can spot and identify an infestation, the better chance you will have to control it. This is carried out by scouting, an important part of a pest management program. Mites are a type of arachnid that feed on plants by piercing the plant and feeding on the fluids. In Idaho sugar beets, the species we are concerned about is the two-spotted spider mite. This species can go through its entire life cycle in less than a week when temperatures are high and the weather is dry. At the end of the growing season, adults overwinter in and around fields. Spider mites begin to become active once daytime temperatures reach a minimum of 55 degrees Fahrenheit, but activity increases greatly as it reaches 63 degrees and higher. In general, once sugar beet plants begin to close rows, it's possible that mites could be found in your field. These mites typically start by feeding on the underside of the leaf, and as populations grow, they migrate to the top. There are multiple ways to detect early spider mite populations. To scout for spider mites, examine the bottom of the leaf and look for signs like webbing or stippling damage. Stippling may appear as small yellow or more often bronze-colored specks on the underside or upper side of the leaf surface. The first plants to check are stressed plants or those on the border, but getting a good sample of an entire field is always recommended. For a more thorough approach, place a white sheet of paper below a leaf and shake the leaf above the paper. Examine the paper and look for mites, which will appear like small specks of dust that move on the paper. We recommend that you view the specimens with a 10 times hand lens to confirm that the species are indeed spider mites. The reason you want to check for these symptoms early is because once the plant begins silvering and bronzing, then the population may become more difficult to manage. If you experience any of the following conditions, you are at a higher risk of an infestation. These conditions include hotter and drier weather, fields that are surface irrigated, if the crop is in proximity to other plants that harbor two-spotted spider mites, or you have recently treated with a broad-spectrum insecticide that might harm predators. If you feel you're in a high-risk situation, then scouting should be conducted once per week, checking multiple plants across the entire field. Scouting should also be conducted after treatments to assess the effectiveness. At this point, there is no threshold for two-spotted spider mites in sugar beets. Scouting helps you see population changes over time. If you are experiencing a growing population of spider mites, then scan the QR code here or click the link below for more information about the Pacific Northwest Handbook management options.